President Biden says his first decision as nominee in 2020 was picking Kamala Harris to be his vice president. His first move after dropping out of the race now, endorsing her to take his place.
This is probably the most significant election of our lifetime.
Harris at the top of the ticket would be historic. Formerly a prominent senator and before that California's attorney general, Harris as vice president has been the Biden administration's loudest voice on abortion rights after the fall of Roe v. Wade.
Today, our daughters know fewer rights than their grandmothers. This is a healthcare crisis.
In all these weeks of uncertainty over whether Biden would leave the race, Harris supporters have argued she's the most obvious replacement and likely the only one able to use the tens of millions already raised by the Biden-Harris campaign. But critics pushed back, pointing to head-to-head polling numbers against Donald Trump not much better than Biden's.
But the polling is mixed at best and unclear or ambiguous about who might be able to step in at this late stage and really be in a position to win in November.
While Biden's endorsement gives Harris a boost, it doesn't automatically make her the nominee. Democrats now have two choices: coalesce around Harris or consider other options. Every day they wait, a day closer to a vote with polling favoring their Republican rival.
The Democrats are going to fall in line behind Kamala Harris. They really don't have a choice at this point. It's, again, too late in the game to have another candidate.
Others touted as possible contenders like California Governor Gavin Newsom, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, and Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg are now endorsing Harris. It's unclear if anyone else will challenge her. If they did, they'd be going against the current leader of their party and potentially alienating a key Democratic voting group, Black women, crucial for Biden winning the White House in 2020.
I think there's a real fear among Democrats that not endorsing Kamala Harris would be a real slap in the face. And I think that not picking her, there's a real risk of turning off some Democratic base voters.
Harris has made it clear she wants the top job, writing, "My intention is to earn and win this nomination." Former President Bill Clinton has also endorsed Harris, along with several Democratic lawmakers. But party power players like Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi have so far held off, leaving room for the possibility of an open convention in August where delegates could be free to decide. Still, that process favors Harris, with most of the delegates loyal Biden supporters.
I really think that Kamala Harris will have an easy go of it at the convention in terms of wrapping up the nomination.
If so, the big question then will be, who will Harris choose as a running mate?
She's from California. I'm looking for someone probably from the Midwest. That's where the blue wall is. States like Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania.
Someone who does have a track record of bringing Republicans over to the Democratic side, at least for an election, or can speak to voters who haven't yet made up their mind will be essential.
After weeks of ugly party infighting, there will be pressure for Democrats to come together, and that could happen quickly. There was already a plan to nominate Biden virtually before the convention. If Democrats do that for Harris, they could project a united front when they meet, the same way Republicans rallied around Trump.
What I'm looking to see is, can they coalesce quickly? Can they put aside their differences in pursuit of a common goal?
Harris's challenge now to woo her own party and voters with time ticking down to November.